Peace and greetings. I have an acronym for you to guess. Now, I know a lot of you guys are tired of my acronym game. They think it's old and boring, but I refuse to conform to peer pressure, so I have one acronym for you today.
What's that?
Typhus. Typhys.
That sounds like a disease. That don't sound like an acronym.
It does sound like a disease.
It does.
And honestly, it is a disease once I explain it to you.
Oh, okay. Well, you're going to need to explain it to me because I don't know what the hell that is.
Okay. Well, we're going to come back to that.
Okay.
But welcome to the Street 16 podcast. I'm Michael Barclift, your host, four-time baby daddy, underground hip-hop icon and author of Voiceless, the Journal of Underground Starving Artists. And to my right is my good friend, out of the nursing home, Mr. Marco Valencia.
Yeah, it's good to be back. You know, I ain't been here for a minute. But it's always the nigga you love to hate. I know y'all motherfuckers still hate me, but it's all good. But I'm doing better now, you know what I'm saying? I just miss doing the show, you know what I'm saying? I miss being here, I miss kicking it with everybody. But we gonna do it up now for today. For real.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
I got a lot of shit to say.
Okay.
But the point is, the shit I want to say, the people ain't here I want to say it to.
Well, that never stopped them from saying stuff about you.
I know that's right. Because I won't hear.
We're going to play a clip from the Marco episode where everybody just kind of got
Diss
on.
my ass.
Yeah, and Marco texted me and called me and said, I've listened to the podcast 3 times and I got clapbacks for everyone.
Damn right, everybody.
Except Key.
Except Key. Key was the only one defending me here. Love you, baby girl. Did you see the text I sent last night?
The one about everybody don't want to hear old people talk? Something like that?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I was saying Key, you know, Jay, Chuma, they the stars of the show, you know. Nobody wants to hear 2 old niggas just give their opinions about shit.
I think that a lot of people want to hear from Marco. The nigga you love to hate, who I do not hate. I love this brother very much. I'm very fond of Marco. Very fond of Marco, and you know I have missed having Marco here. Typhus, Typhys, stands for Thank You for Your Service.
Oh shit.
Which is a disease because the Veterans Day just passed.
Yeah.
And you know, happy Veterans Day and shout out to all the veterans. And I do have a Veterans Day rant or a thank you for your service rant.
Oh, we got to get into that.
All right, well, I'm going to get into it a little bit coming up in this podcast. But first, Marco, also, your daughter Kaya.
Yeah.
She just turned 13.
13.
Right, and her birthday just recently passed. And
November 2nd.
November 2nd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scorpio.
What? Look, you know I don't give a fuck about no goddamn shit in the stars where the moon was. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. But go ahead.
Okay, and at your daughter's birthday party, which was a dinner.
Yeah, at Olive Garden.
Right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Olive Garden, OG, and you had a little dust up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And we're gonna hear about that. Also, I've been dealing with a lot of things and working on some downloads and trying to put some things together.
Mm-hmm.
And coming up this Thanksgiving, I would love to check in with everybody and see how their Thanksgiving is going. It's going to be cold here that day. And I remember last Thanksgiving.
Oh, do you? I was about to ask you about that. Do you remember the last Thanksgiving when you came to my Uncle Herman's house, or Bryce's house? Wow.
I do, and it leads me into this. It leads me into this topic of how comfortable are you having Thanksgiving with another person's family? Like, not with your family. Like, if you're out of town, or and so you just go to a friend's dinner, or a coworker's dinner. Are those ever great, or are those always awkward because it's like
You're not with your family.
right?
All right, well, I mean, you know me, I'm a people person.
Okay.
So I can kick it with anybody. But the point is, in my older age, right, I want to be more with my family. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about earlier, I traveled a lot, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger. But then when I had my kids, I stuck to the Tidewater area. But now I'm in my 40s, so I want to be more with family. You know
How
what
many
I'm saying?
Thanksgivings do you think you've spent not with the family?
None.
None from when you was in Vermont. None from when you was incarcerated.
No, because when I came, before I left for Vermont, I always left after Thanksgiving Day.
Is it all right if you don't bang the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But I mean, I always left after Thanksgiving, and thank God, I hadn't been. Look, 2 times I haven't been incarcerated. Thanksgiving and my birthday. But you know what? Oh Lord, look, and I got a short story for y'all. I had to go to court 5 days before Christmas, right? And the judge gave me 5 days, right, in jail. So, you only have to serve 50% of your time. So I'll be out in 2 days because I already had a day in for the day I got arrested.
Time served.
Yeah, time served. Boy, I'm sitting up in that jank, right? And this is where it came from. I'm sitting up in that jank. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't got my release papers. I'm ready to bounce. You know what I'm saying? They were like, we ain't got no release paper. More, I started, me, I'm bucking on everything. You ain't supposed to sit on the tables. You supposed to make your bed, get up for a cell inspection. I ain't do none of that shit. Write me up, nigga. I only got 5 days. You know what I'm saying? Let me out of here. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm supposed to have been gone. You know what that motherfucking deputy did, man? Because I was talking shit. I only got 5 days. I'm in the bullpen right after coming out of court. I was like, I only got 5 days. I ain't got to listen to what you say, man. I'll be out of here in 2.5 days. The deputy was like, oh, I'll see about that. That nigga went back into the courtroom, told the judge what the hell was going on back in the bullpen where we all, waiting to go over to the jail. And I didn't know this until I got out because my mama was still in the courtroom. So she heard the deputy saying to the judge, Valencia, that made my mom turn around and listen. Oh, he's acting a fool. So, in other words, the judge mandatory that I spend 5 days in there. But they let me out on Christmas morning. I called my mom. I'm like, yo, I'm sitting at the payphone when we had payphones. I'm sitting at the payphone, Mom, I'm out. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Cold outside.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She came and picked me up. The whole family is at the house now. The whole entire family.
Christmas morning.
It's Christmas morning.
Any of your kids were there?
Yeah, the kids. Deontay was there. You know what I'm saying? Kaya hadn't been born yet.
Okay.
And Trayvon was there.
Okay.
Nikisha, Brianna, everybody. Alan, everybody. My mama come and pick me up. The first thing, look, come on now. Can you guess the first thing I asked her to do when she picked me up? I've been sitting in jail now for 5 days.
Okay, let me guess. Food,
Cigarettes,
beer,
and beer.
at 5 in the morning. Or
5, well, she didn't get there till 6.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So she took me right across the street at the jail, from the jail to 7-Eleven. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, cuz. I'm buying beer, you know what I'm saying, and cigarettes. And, look, you know my mom. She's like, Lord have mercy.
Well,
but he's been in jail for 5 days.
I mean, she was happy to have you out. Do you think that memory, like you tell this story,
Yeah.
Is that a good Christmas memory or a bad Christmas memory?
No, it's a good Christmas memory. Nigga, I got out of jail on Christmas Day.
And when you got home, it was all love. And
It was all love. Oh, Marco, you're home. I was like, I should have been home 2 days ago.
well, that's a good story. I mean, holiday stories are always good. I don't have a lot of good ones. Most of my holiday stories...
Because you didn't celebrate the shit.
Right. And most of my holiday stories are bad stories. I don't really want to go there right now.
Come on, give me one. Just one. Just one.
Well, it was one in the book where I think I told this before on the podcast where it's Christmas Day and I really didn't have no place to go.
Oh yeah.
And so I went and got Chinese food on
That sounds like a Christmas Story. You know that movie where they
right. Those things, look, those movies, like I can't watch. They mess with me, man. And so,
why?
Because Christmas is emotional. Because it's always been sad. You know, ever since a little kid, when everybody else gets new stuff for Christmas, and you looking out your project window and you see the dumpster filled with packaging of everybody's toys and wrappers, and you get nothing. You don't even get a Christmas cookie. I said I wasn't even gonna tap into this, man, because I feel like
look, hold on. Remember, it was just me and you last Christmas when we did the Christmas episode.
I remember.
And see, you know what? You would be mad as hell, right? You know, downstairs in my house we have all the books with family photos and everything, right? If I would show you my Christmas, me sitting.
I've seen some of them.
Yeah. Surrounded by toys, and they're all for me because my brother is 7 years older than me. My sister's 14 years older than me. So every toy you see that's the whole room is filled is for Marco.
See, if me and Marcos was friends in elementary school, I would have came to his house on Christmas and broke one of his toys and pretended like it was an accident.
Nigga, that would have been your ass,
I mean,
Mr. Postman.
It might have been. But I don't know. I know one Halloween. All right. In the Christmas story about Chinese food, real quick.
Yeah.
When I walked in there to order my food, I didn't really want to be bothered with nothing. I wanted to just get my food, go back, and probably eat in the car while I listen to talk radio and smoke a blunt. That's how sad it was. But anyway,
Damn.
I come in there and there's a news camera crew filming a story about Chinese food on Christmas.
Yeah.
Channel 3 News or whatever, these local news people, and they turn the camera on me and they're smiling and they're laughing and they're like, well, why are you eating Chinese food on Christmas?
Yeah.
And my response was, I don't want to be on camera. And so she put the camera down. And she said, well, could you tell us why? And I said, it's just another day. And I walked away from them. And after that, nobody was smiling. It's like the whole Chinese restaurant went from happy to sad. I don't want to do this because, my own little hang-ups and stuff about the holiday season. But I do have a Halloween story. And in Halloween in New York, was a dangerous time, a dangerous night in the city. And the general rule was people didn't trick or treat in the projects. It's not like we were the type of community that's gonna go purchase a bag of candy just to give it out to strange people knock on your door. New York, in our community, you don't open a door for nobody. Like you every door has 4 or 5 locks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And as a child, it's like you don't go near the door. If the doorbell rings, you let the adults get it.
I tell my daughter, look, my daughter, like...
And y'all live in Riverwalk.
Yeah, and we live in Riverwalk. Because look, when her Uncle Alan came over there to give her card in the yard, you know what I'm saying? Kaya, somebody's at the door. Daddy, the door. She knows don't go near that door. I mean, that's what we were taught. So that's what I taught my kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't open up that door.
So this one Halloween,
don't tell me you opened up the door.
I opened up the door. I had to be maybe 6, 7 years old.
Oh, Lord.
And now, mind you, in addition to us not celebrating holidays, we was forced to go on field service, which is the phrase that describes when Jehovah's Witnesses go knock on your door and sell you watchtowers.
Yeah.
I had to do that as a child. I hated it. We talked about that before. I don't really want to go into it now. Yeah. But the point is, knocking on doors selling watchtowers in the project of Brooklyn, I got the door slammed in my face probably about 1,000 times a year.
I was about to say 1,000 times.
1,000 times a year. So when this Halloween person, it happened to be some kids dressed up in some Spider-Man suits or Incredible Hulk or whatever else they had on.
Batman.
Whatever it was,
Yeah.
I opened up the door, trick or treat, one motion, without even a breath, without even a hesitation. It was like a Andy Federer return volley serve in tennis. I slammed that Brooklyn Project door right back in their face with all the force of the universe and let the locks click in their face, and I felt vindicated. Like, there, now I get to see what it feels like. And you know what?
What?
I would love to do that again.
Why?
Cause
hurt kids' feelings?
No. Not to hurt the kids' feelings,
yeah.
But just to be like, you know what? Get the F out of here.
Well, you know what? I specifically took off for Halloween so I could pass out candy to kids.
Right. You would do that.
Yeah. I mean, I love anything. I mean, even though it's a pagan, well, every holiday is a pagan holiday. But, you know, it's just for the kids, man. And that's what I'm about, the kids.
All right. Well, speaking of kids, we're going to come back and get this Marco story about how he ruined his daughter's 13th birthday. And
and she didn't even fuss at me.
And Marco is going to get his chance to clap back at the podcast team members who criticized him in episode 29. So we'll take a quick break and we'll come right back and discuss those things. It's the Street 16 podcast.
Peace.
All right, we coming right back.
Yeah, that was good.